How much is this, pig?
6 months, my lord.
Why so cheap?
Well, my lord.
The tax is not added to the price. How do you manage that?
Well, my lord, I don't pay tax on pigs I breed myself. I've got a little run, hidden away in the forest.
Clever fellow.
Seize him.
All right. Maybe that'll teach you in future to pay your taxes. Let him go.
My lord, you're not listening.
Marion, would you say that I've served Prince John well?
There are some who would say you serve him too well.
Traitors. I've taxed them to the limit. I've emptied my own personal coffers. What could any man do more? Even if he is Lord Giles of Richmond.
Lord Giles? And what's he got to do with it?
He's in Nottingham. Why, do you know him?
Only by reputation. They say he's a hard man.
He has to be. Every tax collector in the kingdom is responsible to him.
Is he coming here, then?
5
For that bit of feather and bone, I'll give you 2pence, and not a farthing more. Oh, mind your step, you Lord Aylmer, sorry, me lord.
Would you be wanting something, my lord? A chicken? No. Just a feather. Or 2. Thank you.
Hot chestnuts are all good. Hot chestnuts.
This will do nicely. Splendid. For the use of your heat. Thank you.
Devil's coin. Devil's curse on it.
Something must be done about his lordship. He's bad for business.
I haven't done a pennyworth all day. He puts a spell on everything he touches. He's a witch. Look at him now. Probably poisoning the water.
Come on. Lead me to the sheriff.
My lord,
May I announce Lord Giles of Richmond, and I'm not a bit surprised to find that Nottingham is behind in its taxes.
My lord, Nottingham is a town...
Nottingham is a town of fools. The marketplace is full of them, chattering about a witch playing with water in a trough. Nobody working, nobody doing any business. How can they pay taxes?
That's only Lord Aylmer. He is a little eccentric, but a witch, no.
Lord Aylmer, playing the buffoon in a public place, and you let this go on. If the nobles pay the fool, no wonder the people won't pay their taxes.
My lord, may I introduce you to the Lady Marion Fitzwalter? May I suggest that such conversation is hardly seemly in the presence of a lady?
Then may I suggest that the lady be no longer detained.
You are most kind, my lord.
Well, what do you propose to do about it?
I assume you're referring to Lord Aylmer.
You assume incorrectly, my Lord Sheriff. I refer to the 1,000 marks tax which Prince John has levied against the city of Nottingham.
You may recollect, my lord, I have already sent word that it will take me at least a month to collect it.
That is not good enough.
And perhaps you would care to help me.
I am here to help you, my Lord Sheriff, whether you want me to or not.
Indeed. And so you shall help me. You are most kind, my lord. It may perhaps interest you to know that Lord Aylmer is a very rich man, and he has no heir. Now, you are of noble birth, one of his peers. If you were to denounce him as a sorcerer, his estate would become forfeit to Prince John.
Whereupon, Lord Aylmer would appeal to the ecclesiastical courts which try cases of witchcraft, and so pass out of Prince John's jurisdiction. Oh, yes, he would. Now, those courts might well find Lord Alma not guilty of witchcraft, restore his estate, and try me for false accusation. It's not a very friendly suggestion, Sheriff.
The point is, my lord, that after you have denounced him, Lord Alma must never come to trial.
What would prevent him?
He's so unpopular, poor fellow, with the people. They're convinced that he deals in magic, and so they hate and fear him.
Enough to want to throw him over a cliff, for example?
Even that would not surprise me, my lord.
Oh, very well, then. My Lord Sheriff, I denounce Lord Alma as a witch and henchman of the devil and order that you arrest him immediately. I expect to be informed as soon as the arrest has taken place.
I can understand why Lord Giles's presence in Nottingham worries you, Marion. It means more taxes. I can't understand why you think it means trouble for your friend Lord Alma.
Because he was grumbling about him to the sheriff in front of me.
But that old man practices witchcraft, Marion. Why do you bother about him? Only the other day, Simon Littleglen told me...
I don't care what Simon Littleglen told you. You know as well as I do that there are no witches. Only people who think there are. Anyway, Lord Alma's not a witch.
All right, Lady Marion. I was only saying what everybody believes.
Well, there's one thing we do know about him. He's one of the few nobles hereabouts who treats his serfs like human beings.
Yes, that's the truth.
You know, the best thing you can do, Marion, is to pay a visit to your friend Alma and tell him to stay home for a few weeks. Maybe people will cool off. Maybe the sheriff will forget all about him. Come on, I'll see you to your horse.
Well, here's your warrant. I don't suppose he'll try to resist arrest, but you better take 2 men with you in case. Now, I want you to look at this map. Here's the road from Alma Castle to Nottingham. At this point, the road forks. You will take the upper path that goes across the top of the cliff.
And supposing he refuses to go, my lord, what then?
Tell him that the people are aroused and you fear an ambush, and so you're taking the higher path so you can get a clear view of the country. Now, you, Morga, take 2 men and disguise yourselves as serfs. When the lieutenant reaches the top of the cliff, jump out of your hiding place and seize Lord Alma.
And then, your lordship?
Let the lieutenant get out of sight.
Then over the cliff with Lord Alma.
Precisely. Do you understand?
Perfectly, my lord.
All right, you can go.
Very good, my lord.
Give them an hour, and we'll ride to Alma Castle and take possession.
An hour? I've got to take an inventory and get on. We'll ride now.
Not before Lord Alma's death, surely. That would hardly be wise, my lord, would it?
Lord Alma, will you please listen to me?
Oh, I am listening, my dear.
All this wandering about, playing with feathers, splashing about in a water trough like a child. It's causing talk, harmful talk.
That's good. Now, my dear, if you wouldn't mind passing me that creature on the end there.
Good. Lord Alma, I don't believe you've heard a word. It's a bat.
Oh, careful, my dear, you'll damage it. It's dead, you know, quite harmless.
Oh, it's horrid. What are you doing with it?
A most interesting beast, my dear. Not a bird, and yet it flies. Perhaps if we studied it, we might learn the secret of flight.
Please, Lord Alma.
Oh, forgive me, Marion. I was forgetting these beasts are distasteful to ladies. I'll just finish this off. You go on talking.
But I have been talking to myself.
Oh, have you? Well, that's most interesting. I often do that myself. I find it helps me to think.
Lord Alma, this experimenting with bats, all this talk about flying, to the people it sounds like heresy. Witchcraft.
Witchcraft?
Yes.
You mean flying through the air on a broom?
I mean...
Oh, no, Marion. I can't see it. There's nothing in a broom to suggest flight. And, my dear, anything that flies must have surface, considerable surface. Like this, for instance. You see? But the surface of a broom is practically negligible. Now, here I have a manuscript from Cathay, where Chinamen have been investigating flight for centuries. Not a word in it about a broom. Not a word. No, Marion, I'm sorry. I'm afraid you're wrong. If man ever does fly, it won't be on a broom.
I didn't say that man would fly. I said that the people think that you do.
Lord Aylmer,
Yes?
you've been denounced as a witch and a henchman of the devil. I have a warrant here for your arrest.
Ridiculous.
Who denounced him? He can only be denounced by one of his peers. I can't think of one who would.
My Lord Giles of Richmond.
I've never heard of him. Please go away. I'm busy.
I think you better come with me. I don't want to use force.
Go with him. I'll fetch help for you.
Oh, very well. May I take this with me? It'll give me something to read in jail.
Very well. But no tricks. No sorcery. No evil eye.
That's Marion. I wonder what brings her here in such a hurry.
Robin, Alma's been arrested on a charge made by Lord Giles. He's denounced him as a witch. They're taking him to Nottingham.
Well, that's not very clever of Giles, are you sure?
Yes, positive.
Witchcraft, you say? Well, that means the ecclesiastical court. At least he'll get a fair trial.
Always assuming Giles lets it go that far.
Yes, that's right. How many men were in the escort?
A lieutenant and 2 men-at-arms.
Harold, saddle a couple of horses. And better bring a good length of rope and everything we need for scaling a wall.
Better do this job well, lads. The sheriff's ridden over to watch us.
You're wasting my time. I can't think of any good reason for watching the silly performance. It's a perfectly simple job.
Where witches are concerned, my lord, most things have to be seen to be... Look, there they are. The old fellow doesn't want to take the cliff trail. Ah, good.
All right, lads. That's the signal they're coming. Look sharp. Who's that?
It's Robin Hood.
Robin Hood. He'll ruin our plan. Head him off.
On the contrary, if we don't head him off, he'll trap himself.
From the look of these tracks, I'd say they've passed already. There they are.
Here they come. Let me get it.
What do you want, sir?
We want that witch.
You can't have him.
On your way, Lieutenant, before I put an arrow in you.
What are you doing? Leave me alone.
No! No! No!
Robin Hood!
I don't like it, Harold. A perfect place for an ambush.
Yes, that's true. The sheriff's men may still be about.
Come on, help me get him up.
My Lord Sheriff, Robin Hood.
Yes, I know, but we have him surrounded.
But he's already rescued Lord Aylmer. What? I saw it.
Well, then who screamed just now?
That was Morga. Hood killed him.
Oh, I thought something like this would happen.
Signal the men to move in from both sides. He'll have to surrender. There's no way out for him.
Very good, my lord.
Robin Hood, surrender!
That's the sheriff.
You're surrounded. There's no escape.
For once, he may be right. There's no way out of here that I can see, not with that cliff at our backs. Not unless we can fly.
Surrender now and you'll get a fair trial. Get down!
My lord, you'll get caught by a stray shot back there.
Eh? You know, the people of Cathay are most ingenious. They claim to have made machines with sails powerful enough to lift a man into the air.
Keep guard, Harold. Kites? I heard of them when I was at the Crusade. What's in your mind?
Well, they can be most practical devices. May I borrow an arrow? Thank you.
Hey, you've ruined a perfectly good arrow.
Yes, I think it's perfectly possible.
Oh, come on. There's no sense in staying here to be shot at. We've seen Almar join an outlaw band, so he's outlawed himself. His property's forfeit. Which way do we go for his castle?
Well, stand up now, my lord, and you'll be dead within the minute.
Are you sure this'll work?
Well, do you think you can shoot your way out?
No, I'm afraid not.
Well, at least my method offers a possible means of escape.
Harold, fetch the rope and the twine.
You can get that out.
Good lad. Here, Harold. Take these. Hold them off as long as you can. If this works, we may have a way of getting out of here.
He has only one man with him. You've got a whole troop. Are you going to sit on this hillside, letting him shower arrows at us all day long?
Sooner or later, my lord, he's going to run out of arrows. All we have to do is to wait.
Well, I think we're ready. Now that we've put the twine through this loop, if you throw the kite into the air over the edge, the updraft from the canyon should take it across to the other side. Then I'll try and make it drop behind a tree. It worked.
Are you sure you're not a witch? Now we can try the rope. That line will hold. All right. Come on, faster. There. Now, we need a bit of wood.
You lose a couple of men, so you stop the attack just when it might succeed.
I've lost more than a couple, my lord. If you had your way, I'd lose the lot. Then perhaps you'd like to go in against Robin Hood by yourself. I must confess I should make no attempt to stop you.
All right, Harold. Will it hold? I hope so.
Let me go first. I'm the lightest.
Good luck. Right, where next? I'm going to have to try and carry you.
Why, I doubt whether you'd have the strength.
It'll be an interesting experiment to find out.
Let us hope that you are endowed with witchcraft.
Come on, get on my back. Hold on tight.
Well, they've stopped shooting.
It may be a trick.
2 unarmed men against all of us. What are you waiting for?
Lieutenant, signal the men to move in again, but slowly.
Yes, my lord.
Tell them to be careful.
My lord, look!
I'm sorry we couldn't wait, Master Sheriff. But Lord Aylmer has a pressing appointment at Belden Abbey, where he intends to sign over his castle and possessions to the abbot. And the church's property, my lord, is something that even you have to respect. We'll light a candle for you when we get there.
No wonder the people of Nottingham don't pay their taxes with a sheriff like you.
Come on, you.
Robin Hood, riding through the glen. Robin Hood, with his band of men. Feared by the bad, loved by the good.